ultimate guide to how to enjoy being single, number 1. My past self just wants a relationship so badly that every day that I pass when I'm not partnered just felt like another day wasted. And it just felt so sad. And I still want a relationship really badly, but I can also say that and actually simultaneously enjoy being single, which I very much am. Find a hobby you really love doing. And I mean love doing. Okay, so mine is surfing. And I know I love doing it because I am willing to wake up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning in the wintertime in order to go surfing. And that's how much I know I love it. And I go a lot. And that also is another indicator that you really love it. The frequency of how much you do this hobby. You don't have to be good at it. I wasn't good at surfing for a very long time. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm still considered an advanced beginner, but I'm still a beginner. Now, if you don't have a hobby that you love, I need you to work at finding it. You can also just have a bunch of hobbies that are very mediocre for you and you don't really like doing them, but you can do them consistently. That's the alternative, right? You could spend your time just doing a handful of things that you're just not very passionate about, but fills up your time. But I actually just, because now that I've found surfing, and this has only been a 2-year-long journey that I've been surfing, and it has made such an impact on me, I would say to my former self to just keep trying new things. That's how I even found surfing, was because I was willing to try it. Keep trying it, because when you have found it and you know you found it and you love it, I really think that makes the difference between enjoying your single life or just living your life single. The second thing I have is figuring out and writing down a list of things that you will never be able to do again unless you were single. And these things truly exist. And it's a list of objectively you cannot do unless you are single. So let me read my list to you. Living in my house that's extremely untidy with clothes on the ground and dishes in the sink because I can, and that's just how my life is currently working, and I've prioritized other things in my life, and so I don't really get to cleaning my house all the time. And since I'm the only person living in it, who cares? I'm only in charge of feeding myself. This is so good. Honestly, right now, my meals are always girl dinners. I eat a lot of yogurt, I eat a lot of cereal, just random things, bread, because I don't like having to spend a lot of time making it a whole thing. So the thesis of these 4 examples I've shared with you is to count every day of you being single as a blessing, because it's not going to happen again. I know that there will be one day in the future where you're going to be partnered up and you're not going to be single anymore. And so this time, it's so cliche, I know, I hate saying it too, but you know it's true and I know it's true. But we're gonna look back and realize this time we're being single was so fun. Wow, what a cool experience it was to have been single. And I hope for you that you could say that, because then that would have meant that you had lived really thorough, fulfilling single life. Make a bucket list of things that you want to do for yourself that you can only do while you're single. So I'll share my one example in this with you, because this is the only one I can think of where it wouldn't be a partnerable activity. I would never have my partner do this. And that is, for me, flirting. I want to be a flirting machine. And so that's something that I know that I can't be doing when I'm not single anymore. And so while I am single right now, I've just been doing a lot of flirting, or trying my best to do a lot of flirting. Everything I've said so far are a list of things I want you to lean into and start doing and do more of. Now I want to talk about 2 things I want you to stop doing. Is to remove yourself from situations or conversations or people that are talking about how much dating sucks. The more you can remove yourself from those situations and conversations, the more you can neutralize your own opinion and then really have a consideration of what perspective it is that you want to adopt and embrace, and what hobby it is that you want to spend your time doing, and all these other things, rather than spending your energy in this whole bucket, in the negativity and just the echo chamber of dating is hard and being single is hard and being single is annoying. On the topic of curating what you see on social media, I would also just unfollow wedding accounts. I used to do this a lot. It was my guilty pleasure. I followed all these wedding dresses and wedding accounts and wedding planners. I thought to myself, oh, I'll just keep it in the back of my mind. I'll save this, and when I'm ready to get married, I have all this treasure trove of information. Honestly, we don't need it, it's fine. I'm sure that when I'm about to get married and I need to be having this and looking at this, I'll be just fine. So if anything, that was making me feeling really rushed that I was in no place to get married. You just gotta do what you gotta do to prioritize yourself and curate your social media. If you have any additional ideas on this topic, write it in the comments so we can all see it.